To create a new document, open Adobe RoboHelp. A box with different document options will appear. Under Create New, click Blank Project. The New Project Wizard dialog box will appear. Enter the title of the project in the first field. As you enter a title, the same title is automatically entered for the file name. Next, choose a location where you want your file to be saved. Click the Browse button to the right of the location of the file space. Select a location for your document and click Open. Enter the title of the first topic in the space provided. Each topic is an individual module in your instruction. Click Finish to create the document. Instead of creating a new document, you may want to open an existing document. You will learn how to open an existing document from the Start menu, as well as from inside another document. First, open RoboHelp. When the Startup menu appears, click Open. Navigate to the file you wish to open, select it, and click Open. Now you will open an existing file from inside a document in RoboHelp. Click on File and then Open. Navigate to the file you wish to open, select it, and click Open. Now that your file is open, this tutorial will take a closer look at RoboHelp's interface. I am now going to give you a brief overview of the interface and tools in RoboHelp. At the top, you see several toolbars. The uppermost toolbar is the Menu toolbar. It contains commands that you would be familiar with from programs like Word or the Adobe Suite. In addition to the Menu toolbar, the default view in RoboHelp displays the Project toolbar, the Version Control toolbar, the Options toolbar, and the Formatting toolbar. You can quickly access the most basic functions in RoboHelp from the Project toolbar. You can manage different versions of your document with the Version Control toolbar. You can access other features, including features that you can use to insert multimedia, from the Options toolbar. You can style text using the Formatting toolbar. Under the toolbars, there are several different panes. The largest pane is the Design Editor, which is the main pane in which you can style your content. In the Design Editor, toggle between Design, where you can edit content like you would in a word processor, and HTML, where you can directly edit the code. The rest of the panes are called clubbed pods. These are groups of pods from which you design and manage your content. In the default view, pods are grouped into clubbed pods roughly by function. To rearrange clubbed pods, click on the top of a pod and drag it somewhere else on your screen. Resize the clubbed pods by dragging the edges to the dimensions you want them to be. To return to the default mode, click the Workspace button, which is above the Design Editor at the right of the screen. From the menu, click Default. The workspace returns to the default mode with all of the clubbed pods in their default positions. As you can see, the screen returns to the default mode layout. I will give you a brief overview of the clubbed pods in this default mode. For the purposes of this tutorial, I will call the clubbed pods by the name of the pod that is initially selected in the default mode. For example, the first clubbed pod I will discuss is located in the top left corner in the default mode, and I will call it the Project Manager clubbed pod because that is the name of the pod that is initially selected. By clicking on the tabs at the bottom of the clubbed pod, you can access the other pods in this clubbed pod. The first tab is the Project Manager pod, which gives you an overall view of your project files and content. Click the second tab to access the Project Setup pod, which provides features such as master pages. Use these to manage the overall style of your project files. Click the third tab to access the Snippets pod, which you can use to manage your snippets or pieces of content that you may desire to quickly access and reuse throughout your project files. I will cover snippets more thoroughly later on in the video. The second clubbed pod, located just to the right of the Project Manager clubbed pod in the default view, is what I will call the Glossary clubbed pod. Use this group of pods to organize your interrelated content and topics with the Glossary, Index, See Also, and Table of Contents pods. The third clubbed pod, located below the Project Manager clubbed pod, is what I will call the Single Source Layouts clubbed pod. This clubbed pod contains the Single Source Layouts pod and the Conditional Build Tags pod. Use these pods when you tag and categorize content for repeated use. The fourth clubbed pod is located along the bottom of the screen, and I will refer to this as the Topics List clubbed pod. It contains the Topics List, User-Defined Variable, and Review Pane pods. Manage your topics from the Topics List pod. Edit your variables with the User-Defined Variable pod. Comment and track the changes you make in your project files by using the Review Pane pod, much like you would the Review tab in Microsoft Word. Now that I've explained the layout of the RoboHelp interface, I will show you how to create a new topic in RoboHelp. In RoboHelp, you can organize your content into topics within the Project Manager pod. You can create as many topics as you want in order to provide structure for the content in your document. Let's begin by creating a new topic. There are several ways to create a new topic, but in this tutorial we are going to work within the Project Manager pod. Begin by selecting the Project Manager pod. Click the Create a New Topic icon on the top of the Project Manager pod. In the dialog box, click the General tab. Then in the General tab, type the desired name of the topic into the topic title field. I'm naming mine New Topic. Click OK. As you can see, the topic you just created is now listed in the Project Manager pod under Project Files. If you want to edit the settings of a topic, you can do so at any time. Simply right-click the topic and select Properties from the drop-down menu. You can then edit the topic in the dialog box. If you decide to delete a topic, right-click the topic and select Delete from the drop-down menu. The dialog box will ask you if you are sure you want to delete your topic. Simply click Yes or No. Sometimes you'll want to add content that you have already produced into your RoboHelp document rather than creating it all from scratch. RoboHelp allows you to import various types of files into your document. These imported files are treated as new topics. The first file type I will import is a Word document. To import a Word file into RoboHelp, select File, Import, Word Document. Navigate to the file you want to import. Select the file and click Open. In the Content Settings dialog box, you can specify how and where you want your content to be sorted, to the table of contents, the index, and/or the glossary. Once you have chosen your settings, click Next. You can now specify how you want your content to be styled in RoboHelp. Once you have chosen your settings, click Finish. The Results dialog box will appear. It lists the file that has been successfully imported. Click Close to exit. Your document will be displayed in the Topic List pod at the bottom of your screen. Double-click on the file name to display it in the Design Editor. You can see that the content is treated as an additional topic. You have successfully imported a Word document. Importing PDFs is very similar to importing Word documents. To import a PDF into RoboHelp, select File, Import PDF Document. Navigate to the file you want to import. Select the file and click Open. From the Import PDF Wizard dialog box, specify where and how you want to implement your content. You have the option to make each PDF page its own topic or to import the entire PDF into one topic. You may also convert your files into HTML or images. With the Convert as HTML option, you can edit the text. When you have chosen your settings, click Finish. The Results dialog box appears and states that the file has been successfully imported. Click Close to exit this dialog box. Your document will be listed in the Topic List tab at the bottom of your screen. If your PDF is more than one page long, it will be saved as two separate documents depending on the options you chose in the Import PDF Wizard dialog box. Double-click on the file to display it. You can use the snippet feature to repeat text or images without having to recreate them. To create a snippet, select File, New, Snippet. Enter a name for your snippet in the name blank in the New Snippet dialog box. Replace the placeholder text with your own content. Save your snippet. Open the topic in which you want to insert the snippet. To insert the snippet, click and drag it from the snippet pod on the left. You can also right-click within the topic and select Insert Snippet. The Insert Snippets dialog box will appear. Select the snippet and click Insert. Click Close when you are finished. In RoboHelp, you can create master pages in order to set up body placeholders, headers, footers, and various other features within a page before you begin inserting text. In other words, a master page is simply a template for your document. You can then apply a master page to a topic or even create a topic from a master page. For now, I'm going to focus on how to create a master page, and I will talk about how to apply it later. Let's begin by creating a new master page. There are several ways to create a new master page, but in this tutorial I'm going to work strictly within the Project Setup pod. Click on the Create a New Master Page icon on the top left corner of the Project Setup pod. In the Project Setup dialog box, select the General tab. In the General tab, type the desired name of the master page into the name field. I'm naming mine New Master Page. Then click the Appearance tab. In the Appearance tab, you can specify how you want your master page to look. Select a preset CSS style sheet from the list and click OK. You will now see the new master page along with a body placeholder. This body placeholder is automatically inserted every time you create a new master page. You can edit the text inside of the placeholder by simply clicking within the box, or you can leave it blank so that the blank placeholder appears on every page you apply the master page to. This will save you from having to manually insert a text box on every page. Now that you've created a master page, I'll show you how to apply it. Click the Project Manager pod. In the Project Manager pod, right-click the topic you want to apply the master page to. I'm selecting New Topic. Then select Properties from the drop-down menu. In the dialog box, select the General tab. In the General tab, select a master page from the drop-down menu to apply to your topic. Click OK to apply the master page. You now know how to create a master page, insert placeholder text, and apply a master page. If you decide that you want to edit or delete a master page, click the Project Setup pod and right-click the topic. Select Edit or Delete from the drop-down menu. Now I will discuss how to create a style. You can use styles to quickly apply formatting rules to text. Styles in RoboHelp are very similar to styles in Microsoft Word and Adobe InDesign. While RoboHelp allows you to create many different types of styles, in this tutorial we will focus on creating paragraph styles. To create a new style, first in the Project Manager pod, right-click on Default CSS in the folder labeled Project Files. In the drop-down menu, click on Edit. Clicking Edit brings up the Styles dialog box. Click on New near the bottom of the Styles dialog box. In the drop-down menu, click on Paragraph Style. Notice that when you choose New Paragraph Style, a new style automatically labeled Style 1 appears in the list of styles on the left side of the dialog box. Rename Style 1 with the name of your new style. In this example, I am calling my new style Title. Once you have created and named a new style, you can now apply formatting choices to that style. In the Styles dialog box, under the section titled Formatting, you can choose many different formatting options, such as font type, font face, font size, alignment, spacing, and color. For this example, I am changing the font to Bell MT and the font size to 18 point. I am also adding 9 point of spacing after the paragraph, changing the text color to green, and changing the font face to bold. When you are done formatting a style, click OK to close the Styles dialog box. Now that you have created and formatted a style, you can apply the style in your RoboHelp document. First, click View, Pods, Style pod to open the Styles and Formatting pod. Locate your new style in the Styles and Formatting pod on the right side of the RoboHelp interface. Once you have located your new style, highlight the text in your topic that you wish to change to the new style. Double-click the style to apply that style to the highlighted text. In this example, I am highlighting Creating a Plan and double-clicking Title. This applies the title style to the words Creating a Plan. There is an alternate way of creating a style in RoboHelp. Instead of using the Project Manager pod, you can use the Styles and Formatting pod. Click on the Create New Style icon at the top left of the Styles and Formatting pod. Clicking the Create New Style icon brings down a drop-down menu. Choose Paragraph Style from that menu. the new paragraph style dialog box appears. Type the title of your new style in the dialog box in the field labeled Style Name. Click OK. In this example, I'm calling my new style Bold Italic. This brings up the Styles dialog box. Choose Formatting Options, then click OK when you are finished formatting your new style. For this example, I am changing the font to Arial and the font face to be both bold and italic. Apply the new style by highlighting the text you wish to format and then double-clicking the new style in the Styles and Formatting pod. In this example, I am highlighting to create a plan and applying the bold italic style to it. You now know how to create, edit, and apply styles to text in RoboHelp. Styles make it much easier and quicker to format text in RoboHelp documents. Next, you will learn how to create a master page. In RoboHelp, you can link text to other topics or to outside sources such as websites. In this example, I am going to link a portion of text to the Using the Course Finder pane topic within my document. First, highlight the text you want to use to create a link. I'm highlighting Using the Course Finder pane. Next, click on the Insert Hyperlink button, which is in the Options toolbar at the top. It looks like a globe with chain links. The Hyperlink dialog box appears. Use this to create and manage your hyperlinks. From the Link To menu, you can choose an external destination to which you want to link. I'm just going to link to another topic within my document, so instead of choosing one of the options from the Link To menu, I am selecting Using the Course Finder pane in the Select Destination list at the bottom left of the Hyperlink dialog box. When you are finished choosing a destination, click OK. You can see that the hyperlinked text appears underlined and in blue. I have now added a hyperlink to my text. There are a couple of other ways you can get to the hyperlink dialog box as well. You can click Insert Hyperlink pop-up from the menu toolbar. When you click on this, the hyperlink dialog box appears. Another method is to highlight the text you want to link, like I did in our first example, and then right-click on it. From the menu that appears, click Insert Hyperlink to access the hyperlink dialog box. Now that I've shown you how to add hyperlinks in RoboHelp, I will explain how to quickly and easily generate a table of contents in RoboHelp. You can use RoboHelp to automatically generate a table of contents for your files. First, click on the Table of Contents pod. Then click the Auto Create TOC button at the top of the pod. In the Auto Create TOC dialog box, you can select whether you would like RoboHelp to delete your old table of contents before it creates another one. You can also choose to have RoboHelp create table of contents pages for bookmarks or hyperlinks that are within your topics. Since I do not have an existing table of contents, I won't select the first checkbox. Leave the second checkbox selected. Click OK to generate your table of contents. RoboHelp automatically generates a table of contents. You can then rearrange the order of the topics in the table of contents by selecting the topic you want to move and clicking the blue Move Up and Move Down arrows at the top of the pod. You can also simply drag it to the desired location in the table of contents. I have now automatically generated a table of contents. You can use conditional build tags to mark content that only belongs to certain versions or outputs of help content. For example, you may have to limit content to only the essential information for the print version because of costs, but you want to include that content in the online version of the project since it will not affect production costs and would greatly help the users. You would apply a conditional build tag to the content that only goes in the online version so that you can easily exclude it when you create the print version. In the following steps, I will demonstrate some of the key features of working with conditional build tags and conditional content. First, to apply a conditional build tag to a topic, click on a topic under the Project Manager or highlight content in the Design Editor. I'm selecting the topic Organizing Courses in the 8 project. Next, click Format, Apply Conditional Build Tag, and select all of the tags that you want to apply. In this instance, I'm selecting the Online tag. When you deselect the topic in the Project Manager, it is now marked with colored hash marks. You can also apply conditional build tags to content by highlighting the content and following the same steps as I am quickly demonstrating here. Now, to remove the conditional build tag, click on the topic under the Project Manager or highlight the content in the Design Editor that already has a conditional build tag applied to it. Click Format, Apply Conditional Build Tag, and deselect the tags that you want to remove. In this example, I have only applied the Online tag. You can see that the colored hash marks have disappeared when you deselect the topic. Removing conditional build tags from content is the same process as removing the tags from a topic. While editing your project, you can choose to either hide or show the colored hash marks for conditional build tags applied to content. This is a nice option to have in the case that the hash marks are distracting you while editing the content. To switch between the setting to hide or show conditional build tags, click View, Show Conditional Areas. The tags will show if there is a checkmark beside the conditional areas, and they are hidden if the checkmark is missing. Just to warn you, the conditional content will always appear whether you are showing or hiding the tags. Finally, you will need to specify which tags of conditional content will be excluded from the output of the version of the project that you are producing. This is called generating conditional content. For example, if you are producing the print version, you have to specify that the content for only the online version will be excluded. In the Single Source Layouts pod, which is located in the bottom left corner of the screen, right-click Microsoft HTML Help Primary Layout, and in the menu that appears, click Properties. In the HTML Help Options dialog box, click Define, which is to the right of the Conditional Build expression box. In the next dialog box, you can click on any of your tags and exclude them from the output. Because I have only worked with the online tag, let's exclude it from the output as if this were the print version. Use the arrow buttons to move the tags between the two fields. The tags that are placed in the field Available Tags will be included in the output. Note that if you don't exclude any tags from the output, all of the content will be included in the output of this version. Once you are finished, click OK. After you have defined which conditional build tags will be excluded from the output, you can either save out of the HTML Help Options dialog box and continue editing the project in RoboHelp, or you can click Save and Generate to generate the project as a CHUM file. If you don't know what a CHUM file is yet, don't worry because I'm covering that next. For now, I'm clicking Save to exit the dialog box while keeping the changes that I just made. Now we're going to generate a CHUM file. CHUM is the file extension .chm that stands for Compiled HTML Help. This is the file format for RoboHelp documents that web developers can attach to their web pages. To generate a CHUM file, locate the Single Source Layouts pod in the bottom left of the screen. By default, this pod is already open when you open the program. In the Single Source Layouts pod, double-click the Microsoft HTML Help option. If you have not saved your file recently, RoboHelp will open a dialog box that asks if you want to save your changes. If this occurs, click Yes. The HTML Help Options Microsoft HTML Help dialog box will appear with different options for your CHUM file. Click Save and Generate at the bottom of the dialog box. The program will generate a CHUM file. To view the completed CHUM file, click View Result in the dialog box. The CHUM file will open in a different window. You can see your topics on the left and the content on the right.